Boom, boom, this is Kenra. Welcome back to the channel. All right, a little bit more AZURE Lane. Let's finish taking a look at the dailies, okay? Now, picking up where we left off at, okay? We had a lot of the missions complete, okay? We just built some ships. Let me show you something else on the build screen here. So if you click on build, you can build the ships, but you can do light ships. And these are your light cruisers and whatnot. Heavy ships, these are your heavy battleships. And then including aircraft carriers. And this is a special one here. This is to get super rare U-81, which I've already got. Enterprise and Illustrious. I just got Illustrious a few days ago. So if Enterprise is, let me say, go for the Enterprise. Enterprise. I'm telling you, people, get Enterprise, max her out. I literally cannot say how many times she has allowed me to win a PvP event when she's the only one left. I cannot, how many times I've went on ships that were more powerful than me. She was the only one standing, but I won. And I see this on the other side as well, too. I don't know how many times in the end it's been my Enterprise against another Enterprise. I'm serious. That's how often it occurs. It occurs frequently, almost on a daily basis. Okay, you get her and limit her up because she is the most powerful ship that you can acquire, and she will serve you well in in-game. You know, the priority ships, yeah, maybe a little bit more powerful, but it's really long time to get them. Those are, months. You got to focus on those for months and months and months to get those. Especially, you got to send out a lot of blueprints. She sells a lot of gold. You got to spend a lot. It's not something that you can just, oh, I want to do that and build one in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, 2 months. You can't. It takes months and months and months and months to build those up because you got that. I showed you that 1 million. Well, that's not the heavy one. You want to see the heavy one? Let me show you what the heavy one is. You go to Shipyard. Okay, I'm doing my Monarch. Okay, combat data recollection 1 million. I'm almost there. I'm at 88%, but guess what? I got another one. Combat data recollection down here 5, and look at that, 2 million. So I've got to do it again, and then another million after that. So as you can see, you only get so much oil in a day. So and you can only regenerate so much oil over a period of time. So this is it's months. It's months. It's not something you're going to do in 2, 3, 4 even. I'm sure some of the real heavy players who focus on using all 5,000 and focus on farming constantly 7, 8, 9 hours a day can probably get to it in a couple of months, but normal people aren't. So it just takes us longer, 3, 4, 5 months. So it's no big deal. It is what it is. Okay. So let me take a look at okay. So that's the priority ship. So yeah, focus on the Enterprise. So you want to pull on that banner if you're just getting in here. Now let's take a look here on the side. I love this interface right here. This takes you to. This allows you to see how much you have in storage without having to go into HQ. So see, I collected the oil. That's an event. Gold, I cannot collect gold. See, here's the thing. One of the daily events is to collect gold. I've got way too much gold. Okay, this will happen frequently, and that's good because you want to go into the shop and you need to buy some stuff. Okay, what you go into the general store. First thing you want to do is you want to buy all the books. These are skill books. You want to have all these skill books, okay, and buy them. There's some oxycolas. I'm going to start running low on food soon. Okay, so I bought all that stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have. I still have way too much money. So at this point, I want to get it just below 46.8. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase a gold chest, another gold chest, and one more gold chest. Okay, 48. I still need to go down 2,000. I'm going to go ahead and purchase this game box just because I want one. Ooh, that's the one I wanted. That's the one where my dive bombers look like little boars. That's cute. So, okay. So I did it. So now I'm below 46. Okay. So then I go back to my side tab here, and I do that. Boom. Okay. I now have completed that daily quest. Okay. So that's 2 quests that you complete right there. This right here is commissions. You want to try to run these as often as you can. Commissions are ways that you can send your ship out on exploration to acquire. Um, you get a little bit of gold, a little bit of oil, and you get experience. Uh, that's important to remember that while these ships are out on these commissions, you cannot use them. Okay, that's very important. Do not stick a ship that you're planning on using for leveling up or planning on using for in some PvP or something. Don't stick it on a commission, because once it's on a commission, you you got to wait until it's over. Some of the commissions last 1 hour, and then last 2 hours. And then they have some special commissions that can run for 4 or 5 hours. And then there's this one right here, this next one right here. This is the big one. This is 18,000 experience. You want to level up a ship fast, this is the way to do it, okay? But this is a 10-hour commission, okay? So you can't use any of the ships in here for 10 hours, okay? So just remember that, when you start during the game, that you can't, once you put a ship in here, you can't use it for 10 hours. I'm not using these. These are the ships, except for Tago, which I'm trying to level up fast. So last night before I went to bed, I stuck her on this commission so that she could get 18,000 experience to get her leveled up faster. But, Hibiki, Kinu, Nushiro, Yuho, you have to run this mission, you have to have a level 70. One of the ships has to be at level 70 or above, so that's why I had the Stick Terror in there. I'm leveling her up too, but she was at 71. So I wanted to put her in yesterday, so I could run them. That was the requirement. The others are just like a level 10 ship, level 1 ship. Doesn't really matter. There's no requirements that are unusual. So, but I had to put her in there. So, but this is one of the ways, because to limit break him, you have to get him to level 70. Yuho is now complete. I can now fully limit break Yuho. Nishiro, I'll probably have her done tomorrow. I can fully limit break her. And then Hibiki, Kinu, and I got Kasumi, which I haven't put in there. Once I get Nishiro, now that Ruho's done, I'll put Nishiro in her place. Or not Nishiro, but I'll put Kasumi in her place to start leveling up Kasumi. And then I just got to get my hands on Saruga, which I might not be able to do before the event ends. But that is just the way it goes. Okay, so that's commissions. I'll go ahead and set some up commissions. So this is the commission tab. You want to set one up. I'm not going to run the experience one right now for 18,000 because I need a little bit of thinking on that. But you just do daily resource. See, the requirement is you have to have one level 1 ship. All ships are level 1 when you get them, so you can immediately run this. You can click recommended, and it will stick in the ships that you previously had on it. I'm going to do that because I'm in the process of leveling up Illustrious. So that commission is now set off. Another daily restriction, when it says you have to have level 1, 6, you can click recommend, and it will, of course, put the ships that you previously done it, but I'm going to take one out. I'm going to take this ship out, and I'm going to put Belfast in there just to get Belfast started on leveling up at the moment. I want to get her out of the bottom slots here and get her towards the top. So now Belfast is in there, so just run that, okay? So as you can see, this first one's going to take an hour. This one is going to take 2 hours, okay? The rest of these Awakening Tactical Research missions require one level 100 ship. Unfortunately, I'm using those ships for other stuff, so I won't set those up right now. So I'll just run those 2 for right now. Classroom, you want to do this as well. This is how you level up your skills, okay? So I'm leveling up Arsonist, which is on, this is on I can't remember which ship it's on. It's on a ship. I can't remember which one it is, but it's the Arsonist skill and increases damage. It might be Nishiro, but I'm not holding on. But we'll find out here in a few minutes. So you just choose the skill book, and this is what I said about you buying all those skill books is because you use these to level up your ship. So I'm going to use a 40. I've got 40 of these and I'm going to start that. It's a Tago. So that's the Arsonist skill for Tago, and this is for Hibiki. I'm leveling up her. You want to get a minimum, all skills to minimum level 6. I'm just going to use this one for right now. I'll get her on the next thing. Okay, so there you go. You got some leveling up for Hibiki and for Tago. You can click to unlock, get 500 gems, and you can unlock it. Third skill level. Okay, but you want to do that again. Let's go to our missions. Okay, we collected the oil from the canteen. Okay, and I completed the oil canteen weekly, so I get that. Okay, collect the coins for the merchant. We did that. We completed 3 commissions. Yes, we completed those 3. We just did that. You saw me. And this is 5 times for the daily mission for the coins, which we did. And like I said, we did our 3 commissions. So, and we conducted technical training is what you saw me when we just leveled up the skills. That's technical training. So that's complete. Okay, so as you can see, just doing your normal stuff that you would normally do on a daily basis is your thing. And there's still several to go, but they're all small. And some of them are battles, which I'm not going to show you, but I'll just do that. Okay, so that takes care of that. So I like this tab here. It just gives you an overall view about what's going on from that. Now let me show you a little bit about if you go into HQ, okay, the Academy is just the Academy City Center. This is where you can go into the munition shop. This is that training shop for the skills. It's called Tactical. So you can get to it, wrong button. You can get to it from there. Like I say, we want to make sure your merchant and your canteen, I spoke about those yesterday, make sure you level those up. Now we're going to go into the category. The categories has to do with these little buffs. You can buy 1 free. It's sort of like they give you your fleet buffs, okay? So you get 1 free box a day, and then you can train as many as you want. You got to train a certain amount. I'll show you it in the thing, and then you just do a complete on the training. You just let them. It takes like 8 hours. You just put them in there and let them run, and then open it up one at a time. And I'll show you why. Okay, so let me show you. How these work. So if I go into, let me do this mission real quick. Okay, I trained a cat box, so I completed that mission. That's why I had that in training. But if you go into battle, not battle, into formations, as you can see, you want to base your things like this right here is Oscar is the current. Oscar gives a bonus to, she's assigned to a staff cat of all BB based on, okay, so she increases the firepower and accuracy of your BBs, BCs, and BBs by a monitor amount based on a directive stat. Okay, and that is level up. So it gives you extra power. Potato here. Potato gives 60. So he gives you bonuses to your evasion, hit points as well too. Okay, so that's what these up here are for. Okay, so each fleet has a different one. Like for my HMS fleet, I have Lime, which she's specific to HMS, so I've got her in there. And then in my IGN fleet ship, I have Jiromaru, which he is specific to Sakura fleet ship. So you want to try to get. There's several generic ones, so if you can't find one that's specific to one of the fleets, you just put something in there, anything in there to buff their stats. Just make sure it's effective on them. Okay, so that's how you do that, and that's how you do the cattery, the cat lodge, and I showed you the dorm, and I showed you the academy. I think I showed you everything in there. Yeah, the merchant lecture hall. This is not going to be prevalent to you when you start the game, because you need what it is when a ship gets to 100 or 110 or whatever, it starts to no longer. You no longer get it no longer earns experience. In an effort to encourage you to continue to use those sheens, we have this proficiency. What this does is, as you use those ships that are maxed out at 100, the experience they earn goes into this little proficiency meter here at the bottom, and you can then add that experience to other ships. See, that's very cool, isn't it? So today's class is about destroyer combat. Now, when I'm finished with all of my battles for today, this meter will probably be about 25% full, and when it does, I'll open it up and I'll add in some destroyers and earn them interest or earn them experience, just like that. It's only for, it's only for certain ships on certain days, but every day they have it different for destroyers, BBs, BBCs, battle cruisers, different stuff for different days. And you just it allows you to it allows you to encourage you to use your ships that are maxed out. So even though they don't directly earn experience because they're already full, but you can save that experience and apply it to other ships. So it's nice that most ships, when they just get maxed out, they're maxed out. You can use them, yeah, but they're not earning experience anymore. And you might want to put some ships that you haven't maxed out. But if you get to the point where a lot of them are maxed out and you just you're using them, this is a way that you can actually get some bang for that in helping your other ships level up. So that's a very nice function that not a lot of games have. Okay, so that's the missions. To finish up these missions here, are just basically, let's see what we got. Victory 3 times. Once you do an exercise, I'll finish that. Any flagships will require me to actually go into the missions and run a level. Total oil spent, 500. As you run through those battles, you have to complete 3 to clear 3 flagships. You'll easily use about 500 oil, and then 800 oil, and then do 1 stage on hard mode. Exercises, I just need to complete 1 more PVT. So enhance, retire, and get. Let me show you these last 3 here. Okay, if we go back into the build tab, retire is the option to, when you build ships, a lot of times they're useless to you. Okay, like Sims and Haman, I've already got them maxed to where they're at right now. But I don't really have enough room to keep them in my, I could use them to limit break them, but the Sims or Herman are nowhere near where they need to be limit breaked, and won't be for quite some time considering how many ships I had. So I don't need ships, so I'm just going to get rid of these ships to fill up some more space in my inventory, and I retired them. Okay, now I didn't just destroy them and get no benefit except for that little 25. Here's what you get. Once you retire a ship, you get those medals. Here you can exchange those medals. And every couple of weeks they have put in a new, and it's always been a super rare. Right now it's War Sprite. I've already got War Sprite maxed, but hey. But another thing is this prototype bullion. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The prototype bullion that you need to limit up every single SR ship, you can get it right here. Another one. They give you them free on a weekly basis, but I can get one right here just by doing that. So the more you retire ships, and you got McCall, Bogue, and Aulick, and Kent here. So if I needed any of those just for like 1 little badge, I could get them. So this allows you to limit up your ship, and of course you of course want to go for War Sprite if you don't, because War Sprite's an awesome ship. I've already got her maxed out though, fully limit broke, so I don't need her. But if you want to, get to retrofit her and get her fully maxed out, you can do this without having to use one of the bullions. Okay, so that's what you get in exchange ships. So that encourages you to do that. You can exchange it for ships, and then there's some items here. If you want to get, like a marine starter, or just if it's something you might need, you can look in there. But now, so to retire that, you want to focus on that. But do realize it takes, do realize that to the exchange to get her, it takes 80. So you need to have 80 of these, and you get like 4 or 5 each time, so it's not a big deal. So that's a good thing. So that's what that is, and I just completed the mission to retire a ship. Okay, and as you go through the levels each day, you're going to get ships you don't need. You don't have to retire a rare one. I just do a rare one because I always get a medal for token for doing the retire on that. You really don't want to use. You really don't want to use. You don't want to retire a common ship. Okay, because if you do a common ship, you don't get any of the nice little badges here. Okay, so it's really not cost effective. You only want to do see, when I put Fuso in here, she's a rare ship. That's when I got the tab. So you really only want to do rare ships, or epic ships. And I unfortunately had to retire a couple of enterprises because I got like, I mean, I got enterprise, and then I got another enterprise shortly after that. And then for a while, and then all of a sudden, she just started popping up everywhere. Before I know it, she was fully limit broke, and she, had two left over. So I ended up having to retire them so I could get some space back. But I made sure that, and there is nothing you can use them for after your carrot's fully limit broke. There's nothing you can do but retire them. But I got a lot of medallions for it, so it has its advantages. So enhance one ship. Enhancement is really simple. Basically, go into a ship that needs enhanced. Okay, and you go into the enhanced tab. Okay, so there's max. Okay, if you look here at the firepower and the reload time, um, she's currently got 173 firepower, but I can get that up to 187. Her reload's currently 121, but you can get it up to 186. So she is a CA. So you click on this, and this is going to show you all the ships that you have available to enhance her with. And then you want to sort them, and you want to go for a CA. Okay, I don't have any CAs, but just to show you, I'm going to go ahead and use them to, you can do it, all it will work. It's just you get better bang for your buck if you use CAs. So you just click on the ships that you want to throw into the enhancement. Again, I would not use a rare ship for enhancement. Only use those for retire. You can, I guess, if you got a bunch of ships and you've already got a bunch of medallions you got for stuff. But I just use these. So, and you can see the enhancement. It's going to increase. If you look at the bottom, it's going to tell you enhancement, and then you hit on confirm, and now it's going to show you that it's going to take me up pretty good. So I enhance, and now this is all the equipment that was on those ships that I just enhanced. They automatically come with low-level equipment. I just you only have limited space in your depot, so I just if there was a rare, I might save it, but I just always disassemble it and get a little bit of coinage. Okay, and you see now I went my things went up. Now 174 and 124. Okay, so that's what enhancement is. So it just takes a few seconds to do, and now if you go into missions, I have enhanced a ship one time. Okay, now next thing you want to look at is enhancing gear. Okay, now gear is very important, and it's something that you can't really overlook that. In a lot of games, leveling up those skills and leveling up those your enhancing your gear is very important. You want to make sure. I'm going to show you some of the best gear in the game. I got this you know, gold, SR gear, and these you can only get this type of gear, this quintuple. You can only get this. You can only get this from specialty chests and specialty purchases in the event. If you remember in that event hub, and I'll show you that. But first, how to get the good stuff. So as you can see, Z23 is already retrofit. I've also got some good stuff on Enterprise. I got her some good ships, but I want to focus on. But let me go. So I think, yeah. So War Sprite's got a nice gun too. So what I'm doing is I'm checking all my top ships. Yeah, 8. So I'm making sure that they've got, an 8 ranked level piece of equipment. Okay, she only has 6, but I'm not sure I have enough books to enhance it. No, I don't. But I can enhance this right here. So I enhance this ship. You do not want to enhance rare equipment. I would advise to not spend it. Okay, I would focus on only Epic, SR, and levels above that. So let me show you. If you remember that, if you go into the event right here, you'll see some. You'll see how they only have gold boxes in here. So even here they don't have it. They have it in merit. No boxes there either. General event boxes. No, they do not have any for sale. But do I have one in my inventory? I might have one in my depot. So I can show you here. No, I don't. Anyway, there's a special dark brown box. You see, this is the highest level of chest right here. You just get these for regular play in the game. Okay, so these chests, and then this is the rare level chest. Now what you can do is you can take these low level chests here and you can craft them and raise them up to blue by using 5 of them. Okay, so you just craft it, and it'll take 5 of them, and it'll automatically make a next level box. So that's what you want to do with those. Don't ever open these up unless you have to. And I got 1, 2 here, and I can craft this. See, I can make it into an epic box. So you can raise the level of your chests up. So don't open up the chests unless and make sure that you get them up to at least this. So I'll open up 10 of these now just to do it. This is an Eagle pack, so it's going to be for Eagle Union ships. And as you can see, it gives me a bunch of equipment. I got a nice little gun there too. See, okay, but that's just to show you that. Now to enhance anything, I just did that, so I've now completed the enhancement. So I'll claim that, okay? So, and that should just about wrap up. The rest of them is just going and running 3 levels to complete 3 flagships, and when I do that, all of these others will complete. Okay, so that's all it takes to do it. So as you can see here, that's what the daily. So it takes about an hour and a half, and then I'm going to spend another hour and a half or so running and trying to get these points, because I want to try to get the Sakura ceremonial frame, which is in the event. So this is the event, and if you want to get on now's a good time. They always have specials for you when you create your account. But yeah, so that's what you want to focus on. So I'll have another video probably tomorrow on a little bit more focused on the event, and I'll run a couple levels, show you how you can build a fleet, and just to expand a more game, because it's such a rich immersion of game. I love collecting the ships. I love the fact that I can be competitive. Even though I don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars like you have to spend in Raid Shadow Legends if you want to be competitive. It's just, you don't need to do that. This game's been around for a couple of years. I think it's been around for 2 years. I think it's actually been closer to 3 years. I think it didn't start out. The first time I played it, it was not. This is the global version. The first time I played it, I was using an APK, and it was not in English. So, but I watched enough of the videos to understand the format and what everything meant. Okay, so yeah, when I originally started playing, it was in I believe it was in an Asian language, Japanese or Chinese. I believe it was Japanese. So so that's what it was in. So that's what I was playing it on. Saying I moved it away, and then I think that was I want to say it was like the game is I think the game came out in something like 2017, mid 2017, something like that. And I started playing it when it first came out. Like I said, I played it for a little while. I found it very interesting, but I didn't have really time to focus on it, and it fell by the wayside in terms of what I was other games that you could just focus on a little quickly, because I was riding the train into town for work, and I only was only on a train for like 45 minutes or so. And in the evening, you didn't have a whole lot of time. I have a lot more time now, so that's why I'm able to focus on it more. But yeah, so that's what you want to do. It's been around for 3 years. So and it's doing it's stable. You don't have to worry about it shutting up town anytime soon. It has a very 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 faithful and following, and there's Facebook pages, and so you can YouTube videos. You can watch. There's video tubes out there, some really good explanations on the ships, and what ships to focus on. So, but yeah, we'll be going over that more in the future. But I just wanted to put this out. So that looks like that's what the dailies are, and a little bit later we'll go over the opening event, and we'll focus on fleet building. Okay, so everybody. Again, put a like on the video if you like it, and subscription button if you want to subscribe. Okay, and get notified every time I drop a video. But this is Ken Rear, signing out.